If I asked you what the best practice to grow as an artist is, what would you say? Hold on. Doesn't matter. This is what professionals think.
Drawing boxes.
Drawing cubes and boxes out of your imagination
Boxes
in space.
and
Drawing
cones
Just a
and
cube,
cylinders and
and then you
spheres.
rotate it
Drawing
around
boxes.
freehand, no
Drawing
rulers
boxes.
or guidelines or anything. You
Boxes
rotate
and
it around.
boxes and boxes and
then
Why does every artist say to draw the box? What's so special about the box?
what's in the box?
This is Kim Jung-gi. This is what he's able to do straight from his imagination, right? Kind of crazy. Now looking at this, it's very easy to be like, well, okay, that's just God-given talent, blah, blah, blah. But the reason I'm showing you guys this is because this is a look into how he works and how he thinks when he draws. And the thing I want you to focus on is this. Look, there's an AK-47, but around it, there's a box. Right here, too, there's a box. Right? And here, instead of drawing the North Korean soldier in his entirety, he simplified it to boxes and cylinders. And the whole point that I'm trying to get across here is that you can draw anything if you can simplify it into basic volumes. And the reason the box is the most important to know is because it is the most simple basic volume. Every artist who can draw in perspective and come up with characters from their imagination knows this. All of it comes from the cube. So I'm going to show you some of my work recently, and I'm going to draw on it just to emphasize the nature of the box being in everything. So let me show you that there is a box in each of these characters, and the box follows the rules of perspective, and consequently everything inside follows the rules of perspective. So there is the box for my first character. I want you to notice that you can see the top of the box because the horizon line is really high up, right? And now there's this box for this character who is in the same perspective, and I want to just highlight how there's boxes in everything. There's a reason modern day James, Peter Hahn, Marshall Vandruff, and so many other artists say it is the most important thing to understand. How do you get comfortable understanding it? Well, modern day James has a practice called the cube grid, which I highly recommend each one of you guys practices, especially if you're looking to make an animation portfolio. So what the cube grid is a practice where you consider the box in terms of how you're looking at it with a camera, and you draw it from a bunch of different views to get a top-down view, a front view, and just build your understanding of how to depict the box. So this is actually, I stole this from him, but this is a practice in an upcoming course I'm doing about drawing from imagination. This is the foundational practice to it. So you do something like this, and from there, you start placing this is how the box is looking at you, and this is the angle, the horizon line. Right? So that means something like this is just the box straight on. But you pick an upper angle at a 45 degree, and you draw something like this. Right? And you fill it out. Then you do a slight tilt at a lower angle. That's going to be something like this, right? And you need to get comfortable doing a cube from every angle, because if you ever hope to get more complex, like how would I draw a face from any angle, and how would I know where to place elements on the face? I'm sure all of us have had a hard time doing that before, right? How would you know where the forms go? How would you know where to place them? Well, it's all based on the lines and edges of the box. The only way you know where the planes change is by understanding where the face fits inside the box. Notice how the lines that create the box are also parallel to the lines of the eyebrow. And by by understanding the box, that is the only way you can understand anything else. Because how are you going to learn how to draw a cylinder? Okay, because that is something you need to understand if you ever hope to copy something like a mannequin, right? This is made of cylinders that move around. Well, in order to draw a cylinder, you have to construct it out of a box. That is the only way to figure out how to draw fundamentally sound ellipses, because you have to locate x's and carve out ellipses from there, right? Everything and anything is from a box. Even if you want to draw a room, that is a box. It's just that the camera is inside the box. That's what a room is. We're in boxes right now, right? And if you want to place anything in the room, like a table, guess what? A table's just a box with the inside hollowed out, right? Anything, even a plant in the room. If you want to draw a plant, well, a plant is a sphere, right? Like a pot, a sphere with a, whatever, like, let's say there's a, I don't know what this is. But these are all grounded by the perspective of the box. I hope this is making sense, and I hope I'm not saying box more than your ears can handle. But everything, anything and everything starts with cubes, okay? So practice your cubes. So if you're applying for any program in the arts, in the entertainment arts, where you need to be able to come up with things from imagination, and that would help you, which, I mean, animation, storyboarding, concept art, character design, all of these things become much easier when you know how to come up with drawings from your imagination. In order to do that, you must understand how to believably depict form. Form is 3 dimensions placed on a 2D surface, okay? And what is the most simple, rudimentary expression of 3 dimensions? Well, a cube, because it has only 3 dimensions, as opposed to a circle, which is the like infinite gradient of dimensions. And it had a circle, if you get down to it, has no direction, like there's no plane. But a cube has 1, 2, 3 planes. That's it. Well, it has 6 planes, but it has 3 dimensions. I'm sure you get what I mean. I hope. Well, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you're looking for more practices aside from the cube grid, something like I'm doing here, just drawing these cubes from imagination and making sure that you're understanding where it all goes is so helpful, because once you do that, look at how easily you can transition cubes into objects. Let's say you draw one cube like this and one cube on top of it like this. Dude, you just drew a car. You just drew a car. It's just a car, right? Like, carve out some windows. Have out that, like, and by doing a car like this, you're understanding where all the planes wrap around from. And you can really carve out that dimension. And then from there, it's about adding nice little bevels and curving out your cube. But if you can understand how to depict form at its most rudimentary, like this, then everything else becomes easier, way easier. Trust me. Actually, don't trust me. Trust all the people in the beginning who said it was the best exercise. I'm just relaying the information. Anywho, I hope that was helpful, guys. If you want to hear more from me, go check out my Instagram. I'm doing a sketching group at the Royal Ontario Museum where we cover concepts like this in person, and you can get some critique and demonstrations from me. It's free aside from the ticket. I'm currently working on a course at theanimationtutor.com, and I have mentorships available. If you're trying to get into Sheridan, use the mentorship I use to get into Sheridan. So if you want to see more of me, sign up there, follow the Instagram. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped. Oh yeah, leave a like and a comment and a subscribe. Come on, we're trying to get to 500 subs. We're trying to make it out the basement, guys. I can't live here much longer. Thank you. See ya.